Okay, so today we're going to dive deep into something that's probably pretty relevant to a lot of you out there.
Mhm.
Long-term care insurance.
Yeah.
Specifically for, folks who are foreign nationals living here in the U.S.
Right.
And, we're going to kind of tackle some of the big questions like,
Sure.
does it even make sense for you?
Right.
What are some of the, unique challenges you might face trying to get this kind of coverage?
Absolutely.
And ultimately, what are the benefits? So we're using a really great piece from Diversified Insurance Brokers.
Great source.
They really know this stuff.
Yeah, they're experts.
Yep.
Definitely. It's a topic that I think, people don't always think about, but it's
Right.
really important to understand, especially for foreign nationals.
Yeah. So let's just jump right in. The first thing that kind of struck me was eligibility.
Right.
It's not as easy as just like applying and getting approved.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all
Yeah.
situation
Yeah.
when it comes to long-term care insurance.
Right.
We can call it LTCI for short.
Okay.
But every insurance company has their own kind of set of rules.
Right. Yeah.
So some might say, okay, you need to have a green card or you need to have this specific visa.
Right.
Others might be a little more open to folks with a temporary visa.
Right.
But even then, they might look at how long you've been living in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
They might say, well, you need to have been here at least 2 years
Wow.
before you can even apply.
So even like having a U.S. bank account to pay those premiums.
It all matters.
It matters.
Yeah, it can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons why it's so helpful to work with a broker.
Right. Right. Somebody knows.
Who specializes in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they can help you navigate this and find the right insurer for you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say you clear that first hurdle.
Okay.
What happens next?
Then comes health underwriting.
Okay.
And this is just like for U.S. citizens, your health history is going to be really important.
Right.
But for foreign nationals, there's an extra challenge.
Okay.
You might need to get your medical records from back home.
Oh, I can imagine that being a total nightmare.
It can be.
Yeah.
Different systems, different languages.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Right.
And even the review process, on the insurance company's side, might take longer because they have to go through those international records.
Right.
Again, this is where that broker can really come in handy.
Right.
Finding a company that's used to, working with people
Yeah.
with international medical histories.
Okay. So eligibility, check.
Check.
Medical records, check. Now, what kind of coverage options are we talking about? I know they mentioned traditional and hybrid policies in the article.
So traditional LTCI, that's kind of what you think of. It's like, okay, if you need long-term care services, this is going to cover the cost.
Okay.
Hybrid policies, that's a little different.
All right.
It combines the long-term care benefits with another type of insurance.
Okay.
So like life insurance or annuities.
So I'm kind of like hedging my bets there.
That's a good way to think about it.
What are the downsides?
Well, the nice thing about hybrid policies is, if you never end up needing long-term care, you still get that death benefit.
Right.
And they can be a good option for foreign nationals.
Okay.
Because they don't always have such strict underwriting requirements.
Okay.
So, for example, if you had, a pre-existing condition back in your home country, it might be easier to qualify for a hybrid policy.
I see.
But on the flip side, the long-term care benefits might not be as comprehensive. It really depends on your situation and what you're looking for.
Right. Now, I think this is a question for a lot of people who are foreign nationals.
Yeah.
What happens if you decide to move back to your home country?
Right.
Does this insurance even matter anymore?
It's a good question, and thankfully, some policies offer international coverage.
Oh.
So that means, even if you move back home, you could still get those benefits.
Okay.
I actually know someone, she moved back to Europe after living here for years.
Okay.
And she was so glad that her policy had that international coverage.
It's relief.
It's a really important thing to look for.
Yeah.
But you do need to read the fine print because sometimes there are limits, like benefit limits.
Right.
If you use the coverage outside the U.S.
Right. Right. So I guess the takeaway here is even though it seems really complicated, long-term care insurance for foreign nationals.
Right.
If you do your homework and you find the right expert to help you,
for sure,
it can make a huge difference.
Absolutely.
It's about being prepared for the future.
Yeah.
No matter where you end up.
Exactly.
So one last thought for you to kind of chew on. All right. Imagine you need long-term care.
Yeah.
But you don't have the money to cover it.
Right.
How would that impact your life, your family?
It's a tough question.
Yeah, something to think about.
It is.
And, thinking about it now can help you make those decisions for the future.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for our deep dive today.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.